Good morning, and welcome to Daily Disciplines. You know, from time to time, I sit down in front of my computer and I type in www.dlxdailydisciplines.com, and there I am. And in fact, in the last few days, I have listened all the way through all of the episodes on procrastination. And I discover that from time to time there are some things that I say that I think, boy, I wish I could just kind of unpack that a little bit. I wish I could say that this way. I think it's the perfectionistic part of my nature, and I need to be very careful of that because we're not after perfection here. We're after a time of sharing with one another and making our lives better. But in thinking through our time of yesterday and the talk about a parent and child, I was reminded of an episode that took place in my own life many years ago. It was with one of my children, with Melody, and she was probably somewhere around, 3, maybe a little past 3, but about that age. Very young for the type of situation that I'm going to describe to you. She had done something that was not the right thing. I mean, as all of us have done in our lives, and she had a little attitude attack, and so I corrected her, and she thanked me for the correction. And then she said to me, "Daddy, whenever I do something like that, would you help me?" And I said, "Of course I would." She said, "You would? Oh, thank you." Now, from a parent's standpoint, isn't it better to have a child who says to you, "Would you help me develop my attitude," than to be a nagging parent who constantly is trying to correct them and tell them what they've done wrong, etc., all the things that come up in parent-child relationships? And so what I was really trying to get to in our time together yesterday was that element that if a young person will not voluntarily accept the parent as an accountability partner, it can lead to great conflict. When they do accept them as an accountability partner, it leads to great joy and, I believe, to great growth. So I would encourage you in that area and let you know that I do believe it's possible for a parent to be an accountability partner on your team. I even thought, my mother is still a part of my accountability team, and she gives me some input from time to time, as we said just a few episodes ago. There was one other thought that I want to share with you before we move on to the next way of overcoming procrastination in our lives. The bottom line to all of the episodes that we have been talking about in procrastination over the last many days, the bottom line is start. The cost of waiting is far too expensive. Procrastination is to prolong your arrival at a higher level of personal productivity. Remember our definition. Both the general definition, which came to us from Webster, which was to put off doing something until a future time, especially to postpone habitually, as well as the more specific one, anything that gets in the way of my doing what is most important right now becomes procrastination. So here's the thought. Do something in the next 30 minutes that will help shatter your self-generated and self-perpetuated box of limitation. We live in a box of our own making. And so I would encourage you to do something that will break you out of that mode of living and thought and operation that has kept you from becoming all that you were created to be. Do something. Do anything in the next 30 minutes that will move you from where you are to where you want to be. If you do not do this, tomorrow You will be where you are today, except there will be one additional day of baggage to carry along into the journey tomorrow. 30 minutes. Do something that will help you overcome procrastination in your life. Have a great day. We'll talk again soon.